to the next point.
Towards
We should ensure
us.
whatever we say is clear.
That means work is being done. We can see that it is in opposite direction.
Hi learners, it's good to have you once again on this platform where we have been learning a lot. And today, under the subject Computer Studies, we'll be continuing from where we stopped on word processing. Word processing, we have taken, this is the third class on word processing, all with the aim of trying to make you understand more and how to work on word processors and come up with something that is worthwhile. So, God's willing, today our outline, we hope to learn on how to create a document, editing a document, formatting a document, saving a document, retrieving a document, printing a document, and finally closing a document. I have actually said this to you from the onset. We have been working on, or we are using the Microsoft Word package for this very class. And coming from different versions of Microsoft, we have older Microsoft packages, and we have the newer one, like we have Microsoft Word 2013, we have 2010, we had XP, we had Vista, which are still in use by some users. So, but we are categorically working on Windows 10. And would also be making reference to other Windows, we're making reference to other Microsoft Word packages, the older ones, but we are working on Microsoft Word 10. Creating a document. In creating a document, when you start your Microsoft Word, a blank page document containing a blinking vertical line will open. The blinking vertical line is called a cursor. This indicates the location where you should start typing. At the cursor, this is where you have the blinking vertical line. Start the typing by using the keyboard to enter the word you want to type in. You press the space bar after you type a word. So this is what it's all about. The first page you come in, the blank page, has a cursor blinking, a straight line, it's blinking, and that is to tell you where you are going to start what typing. And eventually you have to maintain the position of that cursor for the next task you needed to type. Then the space bar, that is the long horizontal bar on your keyboard, is used to give space. For instance, if you want to type, my name is Kabiru, when you type my, there's a need for you to tap the space bar to give a little space between name and mine, and so on and so forth. Then you also press the enter key when you finish a paragraph. A new paragraph begins. Do not press the enter key until you get to the end of the paragraph. So the enter key is only useful for you to enter what? The next line. It's used when normally when you're writing on your book, you come to the end of the line. That is the end of the line. Then that takes you to the next line. So also it goes with your computer as you type. The enter key is used to take you to the next line. This is a typical example for my students who are viewing this. That's through the television station. We have a blank page of the Microsoft Word, which is indicating the text area. And we could actually see our cursor right there, blinking. Yes, and from there, you can pick any place your cursor stays. That is where you are starting. If your cursor is placed at the middle, then you're commencing typing at the middle. But when your cursor is kept by your right hand side, that is at the beginning of the page, that is where your typing begins. So you have to be very sensitive, my students, and also be careful where your cursor is, because where your cursor is automatically where the next word or the next alphabet you're going to type, that's where it's going to appear. We go to the next, editing documents. After you have a document, that is, you might need to make some corrections or add an object or graphics from another page. This is called what? Editing. Editing gives you the ability to make changes, to add up one or more images, functionalities into your work to give you what you are actually looking for. To edit your document, you are going to do the following steps. So you follow me carefully and I'm going to explain on how you are going to edit your document. Number one step, you move the cursor to the menu bar for previous windows and click on edit. The edit menu appears. The first steps for people using maybe Windows 2003 or very old Windows that were used some 5 years back, 10 years back, you discover that this is applying to you. You have to go to where we call the menu bar, and from the menu bar you have the edit functionality, which you're going to click on. Then it comes with a lot of options for you to pick. But for current Windows, we don't have the edit part on the menu bar. We just have lines of information to be edited, or lines of menus or functionalities to be used to do your editing. So either of the windows you're using, then you click on the appropriate command. That is, for instance, if you want to paste a paragraph or a picture you have copied from another page or application, simply place the cursor where you want it to appear and click on edit. On the menu bar, the edit menu appears, and then you click on paste, or place the cursor where you want it to appear and right click. Then you can click on paste. This is actually very easy going. When you understand there are different logics depending on the windows you're using. Just like I said, for instance, you're typing a Word document and you typed about your school and you want to paste a picture of your school. Then you copied the picture of your school, possibly from somewhere. Then you want to paste it on where or immediately under the information of your school. You go through this process. The easier way, which is the shortcut, is where your cursor is. I told you, don't forget, is where your next option would come up. So you can right click. Once you right click, you see the paste menu and the paste option. I beg your pardon, the paste option. Then you can click on the paste. Then that picture you have copied would appear. So we have a typical example here. Well, this is actually Microsoft Word Package Windows, Microsoft Word Package 2010. And for this, we can see how it is, just like I told you, for previous version like XP 2003 that were used far back, 5 years, 10 years back, you are going to see on your menu bar, you're going to see the edit option. But for this, there is no edit option. But on your menu bar, you can see you have a lot of things to do. You have your file, your home, your design, your layout, and so on. You have to do a lot of things. So just like I said, if you want to paste an object, once you right click, it's there. This very option comes up. You go on your paste option, you click on your paste option, and that very picture or that very diagram, whatsoever or that very paragraph, even if it's a Word document you want to paste, would come up. immediately where your cursor is. You can see where our blinking cursor is. It's right at our left, at your left-hand side. Yes, the very end of your left-hand side where you're supposed to start, and that is where whatsoever you're pasting would commence. Then we have formatting a document. Formatting a document is one of the most vital things that gives you the end result, your desired result. You could see people having different kind of books with different fonts, with different design and coloration and different things actually that you can do. That's where formatting comes. Formatting is what? Making your document look like what you want it to look like. Formatting a document means making the document appear the way you want it. After you have created your document, you might need to increase the font, change the color, or add color to your documents, etc. All this can be done on the format on the menu bar. Steps involved in formatting documents include the following. Just before we discuss the steps, I've told you that on your menu bar you have a lot of information you can play around with. And on your menu bar we're going to see that we have the home, we have the formatting, but for older document or for older versions of Microsoft Word, it comes differently. The first steps, you move the cursor to the menu bar, then click on Format. The Format menu appears. That's for previous versions of Windows, just like I said. But for the newer versions, like this which I'm using, which is Microsoft Word version 10, it's a different ball game entirely. Though it's not totally different from what we used to have, but there's a little slight change there. Then click on the appropriate command. For example, if you want to increase the font or of your document, you do the following. So you can do a lot of things. There are a lot of things you can do. You can change the color of your text. You can increase the font size. You can change how it looks like, change the font type, that is the design of your writing. We have a lot of them in Word, so you can go on and play around with those. So, but for you, for example, let me pick an example. For you to change the font size, this is what you do. You click on File on the menu bar. Then the File menu appears. Then you click on the font. A dialog box appears as shown below. We're going to see it on the diagram. Then you take your cursor to the size and you select your desired font. You can see it. We have it. While we have the file, we have the home, we have the insert, the design, the page layout, the reference, the mailing, the preview, and also the view. These are all on the menu bar. And I tell you, you can use all of these. These are the tools you use for formatting any document, any picture, or anything you want to do on your computer. Use the formatting tools. And we have their shortcuts right under them. Like for the font size, we have, when you see, you have the Calibri body there, which is our font size there is 11. And just like the steps I've said, you're going to click on the font, yes, and you're going to see that you pick, if 11 is too small for you, you can magnify it to make it 12, 13, 14, 15, as big as you want them to be. So that's how you go about this. And for formatting every document, you use all of these formatting tools to do that. You can see them in their shortcuts, and you could also go through. When you go to insert, it's also a formatting tool. You use that to insert different shapes. Use that to insert a lot of document designs, to create a lot of things. So you can play around with all of these things to understand the functionality of the Microsoft Word, that is your ability to format documents. Then we have saving a document. When you have finished typing your document, you need to save it so that you will be able to retrieve it anytime you want to work on it. There are 3 ways of saving a document, a text document. These include the following. Saving a document is vital. I've had so many people that would have to cry thereafter for losing one document or the other because they didn't save it. Can you imagine typing 500? Let's say 500 is too much. Let's say you just typed 10 pages, just 10 pages of documents you are given to type from what? Handwritten, and you finish typing 10 pages, and all of a sudden you didn't save it. Coming back to get that very document back, you discover it's not in your system. It's nowhere in your system because it wasn't saved, and possibly you shut down your system, and every information was what? Gone. I could imagine your day would be so bad because you can imagine the time you used to type those 10 pages. And so it's very vital that every document, after being typed, after being formatted, you save it. Very important. Saving culture is very important, and it's very, very helpful. So these are the steps you take to save a document you have just typed. You click on File on the menu bar. The menu bar list appears, and you click on the Save command. Once you click on the file, you're going to see the Save command. We have the Save and we have the Save As. Click on Save button on the standard toolbar. That is if you have already saved the version. But if you have not saved the document, if that was the first time you're going to save the document, you click on Save As. Or even if you click on Save, it's going to ask you to save as. So then you have to what? Save your document with a name. Then the next step, or you press on Ctrl S on the keyboard to save. These are the modalities you use. The first one is either you click on the menu bar to give you that, or you click on the Save button, which is somewhere up there at the top left of your word processor. Then also you can the shortcut Ctrl S to give you what you're looking for. Then if you have saved the document if you are saving the document for the first time, the Save As dialog box would appear after you have used any of the three methods above, the one I just listed. You type the file name in the space provided in the font of the file name. The file name must be a name that reflects its contents for easy and quick retrieval. Then you click on the Save button. Very important, you save documents with a name that you can remember. For instance, if you're saving the number of students you have in your classroom and their date of birth and blah, 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 every information about your child or your student, what is the best name? Student information. So when you come, you can remember, wow, student information. Yeah, it's easy to relate with and to retrieve your document. Well, this is a practical. This is how it looks like after clicking on the Save As. This is a dialog box that comes in. You save in what? The name. You can see it at at your very left. Yes, you see I save as student registration on that Word document, and this is the Save button that once you click, it gives you what you are looking for. Then we have retrieving a document. After you have your document and closed it, you might need to work on it anytime. To work on your document, you need to retrieve it. The following steps are involved in retrieving documents. The number one step, you load the Word package. Very important. You needed to Word the Word package. That's the first thing you do. Then you click on your File menu and click on the Open command. When you click on your File menu, you're going to see Open command. Once you click on your Open command, the Open dialog box appears. Click inside the look inbox and select where you want to save. Then the list of saved documents in it will what display. So you select your file and you click on open button. So once you click on your open, it gives you what a whole list of Word documents you have worked on previously. So that from there you have what the ability to choose whichever you want to what retrieve thereafter. Then your document would now display on your what windows once you click on it. Yeah, this is a practical example. You can see it. Once I click on my file menu, I have the open command there. Clicking on the open command, it gives me what a list of Word documents I've worked on previously. So it's in my discretion to pick any of them that I wish to use. So once I double click on any of this Word document, I have it. And peradventure, those documents are not here. I can go to my computer, which are added options, to display where those documents are so I can access them and retrieve them easily. Printing out. Printing out is one of the last things you do. After you have created, you edit, and you have formatted, you would want to have a hard copy of what you have typed. And for instance, you used to have it soft copy right on the system, and you want something documented, a record, something that's tangible you can hold. What do you do? These are the steps. You open on your document, you click on the file menu bar. The file menu bar would appear. Then you click on what? Your print. Then the dialog box for printing will come up. And once the dialog box for printing comes up, you click on print. You choose what options you need to. Then after picking the options, you can print. This is how it looks like when it comes to your print option. Once you click on the print, yes, this is how it looks like. It shows you your documents, what you need to do, how they are going to look like when printed. This is how it looks like. Then you make your changes, your number of copies you wish to print. Then you click on what? The print command over there. Then it will what? Print all of these pages for you. Finally, we have closing the document. Closing the document is the last thing you do in Word after creating a document. Of course, after doing everything, or after using your room, or after working for a while and you intend to go for work, eventually what happens? You close your room and you put your padlock, and before you return back and you can do other things. The same thing, after working on your documents and everything, it's good and appealing and you have your desired result. What happens when you want to close your document after you've saved it? This is a process you go through to close your document. Number one step, you can actually press Alt+4, that is, click these two buttons at the same time, the Alt and the F4 button on your keyboard to close. You click on the close at the right side of the title bar, or you click the file menu, then the file menu would appear. Then you click on it. This is how it looks like practically. This is the common one. You have something look like an X. That is the exit button. Once you click on your exit button, your Word document is closed. So this is what we have actually come up with formatting in our document. Just in a minute, let me summarize what I've said. We are looking at how you're going to create a document. We also saw how you're going to edit your document. We saw how you're going to format your document. We saw how you're going to save your document. And eventually, we saw how you're going to print that document. And we saw how you're going to close your document. That is what a complete work you do on your Word package. So I would not leave you idle. I want you to do something for me. Very important to test your knowledge of what you have learned from this class. This is your assignment. If you can lay your hands on any Microsoft Word package, especially the recent Word package, I want you to play around with creating a document. You create a document, you edit a document, you format the document, you save it, and you retrieve it, and you print the document. You could actually do that and snap them and send them via WhatsApp for me. I would be able to access that, and I would tell you whether what you did was right. I needed to see your editing in your assignment if you're going to get back to me. Let me see how you're not using the normal font, you're changing your font size, and you're changing how it looks like. So I'll be expecting that from you. So for references, you could always make references to add more knowledge. You can go through this HIIT PLC, Computer Studies for Senior Secondary Education. You could also visit the Advanced Computer Science and Senior Secondary School. And most importantly, very, very common and very easy, once you have data on your phone, you can access what? Google. Google is your friend. You can Google every information, and you would get it. So to get to me, you can contact me after your assignment is done, or if you need any clarity or you have any question, you can reach me on 080-364-20271. I come again, 080-364-20271. I remain Ezekiel Abraka Anthony, your computer teacher. So keep learning and stay safe, and God bless you. Thank you.